Hi, I'm Sonia. Welcome to yoga today. Thank you all for coming. And let's have some yoga fun. Let's meet on the front of our mats, feet hip width, toes in front of heels. Let's press all four sides of our feet into the mat, lifting ourselves up. And from here, tighten your quads to lift your knees and arches, keeping a micro bend in those knees. Let's tuck our mula bandhas. In English, that's lower abs. Kind of boring. Tuck those mula bandhas. Lift your ribs away from your hip bones. Roll those shoulders back together and down, lifting your heart and lifting the crown of your head, lengthening your spine. I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable to do so and draw the air in through your noses. Take it over the back of your neck, down your spine and to your tailbone. Pause before you exhale, drawing the air up your spine, over the back of your neck, back out your nose. Pause and repeat. As you breathe in, think about taking in what you need. Pause and then exhale, letting go of what you don't need. Focusing on our exhale, and that allows us to make more room for the fresh oxygenated air, more of what we need. This brings us to a comfortable state of balance from which to enjoy the practice ahead. As we inhale, let's add some movement. Circle sweep those arms back and up. Keep those thumbs back. Tap those fingers, a little chuckle if they have trouble meeting each other. Then exhale, palms up, opening, tapping in front. Inhale up, tap. Exhale, lower. Take them behind this time. Move at your own pace, warming up those shoulders, breathing in deep, exhaling fully. As we go through our practice, know that there's no one here more important than you and what you need from the practice ahead. So be your body's expert. Listen to your body as we go through the different poses and make it enjoyable and beneficial for your body. Last time, meeting with fingertips touching above our heads. Interlace those fingers, press the palms up. Some are comfortable with elbows straight, others are more comfortable with elbows bent. What you're looking for is allowing those shoulders to open, making more room for your heart, for your internal organs. Let's all look out towards the pond, keeping feet grounded, and as we exhale, moving at the rib cage. Doing a little side bend. Keep that top elbow back. Feel those core muscles holding us back to center. Look towards the pool. Exhale. Opening up one side as we contract the other. Back to center. Toward the pond. Crunch that one side, lengthen the other. Back to center. Toward the pool. Crunch, lengthen. We stretch on the exhale, we lengthen on the inhale. Back to center. Exhale, bring those hands on down to heart center. Step back with the foot closest to the pond, just about a foot distance, not much at all. Keeping that micro bend in those joints. As we exhale, let's twist first with our belly button, then our ribs, then our shoulders, and then our eye gaze towards the pond, looking over that shoulder. As you inhale, lift. As you exhale, twist some more through that core. Back to center. Step that poolside foot back. Twist, starting with the belly button towards the pond, then the ribs, then the shoulders, then the eye gaze over that shoulder. Inhale, lift through your spine. Exhale, twist some more. Looking great, you guys. Ears over shoulders, over hips. Wonderful alignment. Back to center. Step that pool foot forward. Twist towards the pool using that same formula. And maybe open those hands towards the front and back of your mat. Play with the height of your hands and see what feels best on your shoulders and what allows you to twist more. Thumbs up to keep those shoulders with an external rotation. Twist a little more, lift a little more. Fantastic. Back to center. Step that pool foot back. Last time, twist toward the pond. Always twisting towards that front leg to keep those hips squared to the front of your mat. As you inhale, open those hands towards the front and back of your mat. Thumbs up. I call it a thumbs up attitude, but it has nothing to do with your attitude. It has everything to do with your openness of your shoulders. We spend so much of our day rounded. It's nice to be internally rotated, so it's nice to externally open up, rotate and open up those shoulders. Back to center. Bring both feet back together, toes in front of heels, feet hip width. Let's inhale up. Exhale, take those hands back. Bend the knees, abs landing on thighs. Lift those hips, keeping your abs on your thighs to keep those low backs safe and protected. As you inhale, lift those sitting bones. As you exhale, lower your head. Stretching out those glutes, hams, low backs. You may feel that all the way down to your heels. Exhale, bend those knees. Inhale, circle sweep those hands back and up. Continuing with your 4-part forward fold at your own pace. Swan dive. Hips high, heads low. Support yourself. Going at your own pace, so when you're ready, bend those knees, circle sweep those hands, inhaling up. And just continue at your own pace. Stretching out. Those low backs can get so tight. For those of you who want to hang out in forward fold, know that you are anti-aging, detoxifying by changing the shift of your blood flow and the pull of gravity. Let's do 2 more and we'll meet back in forward fold. Everybody working their way back to forward fold. The poolside leg steps back into lunge, making sure that your ankle is beneath or in front of your knee. So the poolside leg is back. Sink in those hips, lift in your heart, that other poolside leg. Lunge can be here, lunge can be here, lunge can be here or here. Which does your body prefer today? Whatever you've chosen, press that hip forward, stretching out that hip flexor. Roll those shoulders back for a nice flat back. Watch that ankle, needs to be beneath or in front of that knee to keep it safe. Let's step back, down dog. Hips high, heels reaching towards the earth, ears between your biceps, crown of head reaching to the space between your finger and thumb. Down dog, or as I like to call it, bottoms up. Inhale forward, plank. Plank can be on your toes, on your knees. Just keep those shoulders back together and down. And as we exhale, bring those elbows to your ribs, no higher. Crocodile. And let's inhale all the way down. Bring forearms to either side of your chest and lift hips first to meet back in child's. If child's is not comfortable, you can always place a blanket between your thighs and calves, a little towel. That'll help make it a little more comfortable. This is meant to be a pose of rest, relaxation, recuperation. You can come to this pose at any point during class for any reason. No judgment, no competition. And it's a great exchange for down dog. Inhale, plank. On your toes or on your knees as we prepare for the half series. Exhale, crocodile. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. If you're wanting a bun-burning yoga class today, maybe you want to lift a leg as you come forward into plank. Exhale, crocodile. Inhale, plank. Back to down dog. What you do on one side, do on the other. And come on forward. Again, move at your pace. Don't let those elbows go higher than your rib cage, and you can flow between all the options. Working on our triceps, our core. Feel free to change back to child's. And last of all, I'm going to do this once. We all go through seasons. This is not a comfortable one for me, so don't blink. As you exhale, you can come down, keeping your back straight, scoop. Another option, if that feels good. I'm going to let y'all do that one on your own today. Enjoy your half series. Starting to finish up to all meet back in child's. Work your way towards child's. Taking just a moment to stretch out, enjoy a few breaths. Reach those middle fingers towards the front of your mat, but roll your shoulders back towards your hips. Glue your hands to the mat. Tuck your toes. Glue them to the mat. Lift without adjusting your hands or feet to down dog. And let's bring that poolside leg right between those wrists into lunge. Hopefully some of you brought your crane if you need it. And sink into your lunge. Press that heel back, roll your shoulders back together and down, keeping that ankle beneath your knee or in front of it. I love you guys taking your choices. Take those options. Honor your body. Let's step into forward fold. Abs on thighs. I know not everybody's used to doing forward fold like that. Trying something different for some of you today. Exhale, bend those knees. Inhale, circle sweep back and up. Exhale, Tadasana. In English, that's neutral mountain. Here again. Boring. Tadasana. Yup. Let's take it up. Moving into our sun salutations. Let's take those thumbs back as we lift our hearts, but keep those mula bandhas strong. The bend is in your thoracic spine. Standing back bend, micro bend in those knees. Protect your joints. Exhale, forward fold. Hips high, heads low. Walk those fingers out underneath your shoulders. Take a straight, flat back. Eye gaze to the floor in front of your fingers. Exhale, lower those hips as you lift those hands into chair pose. Sink. Be very mindful of those mula bandhas and choose the hand position that your shoulders say thank you for. Lots of good hand positions to choose from. Your body will say yes, thank you when you find the right one. Shift your weight to your heels. Use your inner thighs to pull those knees hip width. So, anybody know why I call this where's the chair pose? Yep. Are y'all kind of wondering where's the chair at this point? All right, then I think we've had enough. Exhale, bend those knees. Inhale, hips high, heads low, forward fold. As you inhale, take that pull side leg back into your lunge. Sink in your hips, lift in your heart, whatever you've chosen. Make sure you're getting a good hip flexor stretch. If you don't feel those rhomboids pulling those shoulders back, you're missing out on some really good benefits. Sorry guys, but these are the muscles that make that little black dress look even better. What do you got for guys, Tavon? All right. There you go. Let's lower that knee. Inhale, circle sweep, back and up. Crescent lunge. You're welcome to stay on that toe. It is pollen season here in Georgia. A beautiful time of year. Let's exhale. Take those hands behind you. Interlace your fingers. Stretch those knuckles towards your knee. Open those pecs. Breathe. Inhale up. Exhale, lunge. Choose to be on your toes or your knees, but keep that pull side hand down. Head reaching straight ahead in front of your hand, between your hand and foot, and open into a twist. Hand can tuck behind your back if that feels better to your shoulder. Check it out. You never know until you try. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, step back, down dog. Exhale, shins parallel to the mat. Push your hips towards your heels. Good morning, quadriceps. Inhale, hips high, heels reaching towards the back of your mat. Same amount of weight in hands as in feet. If this is uncomfortable to your hands or arms, feel free to come down to your forearms or your knees. Inhale forward, plank. Exhale, crocodile. Inhale, land, heart first on your mat. Forearms under forehead. Mula bandha tight, pressing your pelvis into the mat. As you inhale, lift those feet high, straight, and far away. Lifting from your hips. And use those inner thighs to pull your feet in, hip width or closer. This is the bottom half of locust. If you'd like a different sensation, Pull those big toes and heels together. If your low back says okay, we're going to do this twice, so there's no reason to move to this next option if your low back says no thank you. If your low back says okay, sweep those hands back, palms up, reach those fingers towards your heels. Use your shoulders to lift your heart. If your body says, what else you got? Pump those arms, raising the clouds. Enjoy the tricep interaction that this gives. If at any time your low back does not feel comfortable, bring those hands back down or put forearms under forehead again. 70 to 80% of Americans have low back issues. We need to honor and protect our low backs. Let's all relax on back down, forearms under foreheads. Taking just a moment to enjoy that energetic tingle flowing through your body, rewarding you for a job well done. But something tells me y'all didn't come here to just lay on your mats, so let's take those forearms to either side of your heart. Lift tuchus first and push on back to child's. Stretching back out that low back, that back body that you were just tightening. Hands are shoulder width. Glue them to the mat. Tuck your toes. Glue them to the mat. Lift. Down dog. Bring that pull side leg up. Three-legged dog, hip open. Heart squared. Remember, you can come to your forearms or your knees. It's all good. Point that toe. Flex that foot. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Ankle circles one direction. Reverse. And let's bring that leg into lunge. Sink. Sink in those hips, lift in your heart. Lower to that knee if you'd like. Inhale up, crescent lunge. Shift your weight forward, stretching out that hip flexor. Exhale, take those hands behind you. This time though, interlace your fingers the awkward way. So whatever way they naturally went together, switch them. Stimulating your brain, helping to stave off Parkinson's. Reach those knuckles towards your knees, lift your heart. Open those pecs. Inhale up. Exhale, lunge. On your toes or on your knees as you put that pull side hand down and open up. Twist. Keep everything in alignment. Head in front of knee, in front of toe. You can be on your knee, you can be on your toes. Feel that twist through your rib cage. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, forward fold. Bring those toes together, bring your heels together. Zip up from the floor to your hips. Exhale, bend those knees. Inhale, lift those hands to meet in chair. Squeeze those legs together. Shift your weight to your heels. Some of us feel steadier in chair hip width. Some of us feel steadier zipped up. Each and every time you bring out your mat, you get to choose. Choose your hand position. Sink in those hips, lift in your heart, strengthening those thighs. Inhale up. Exhale, Tadasana. Shake it out. Yoga wiggle. I'm a little jealous. Take it up. Let's approach chair a different way. Exhale, sink. Inhale, shifting your weight to the balls of your feet. Sink. Now, some of us do this. This doesn't count. Keep it here. Anybody feel like doing the Russian dance? Woo, how low can you go? Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hips high, heads low. Walk those hands out underneath your shoulders. Extend, flat back. Keep those fingers on the floor. Protect your low back. Roll those shoulders back. Remember, you want to feel those rhomboids. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back with that pawn side leg into lunge. Sink. You can be on your toes or knees. Bring those hands to your thighs and then to your heart. Twist, facing the pool, belly button, ribs, shoulders, and eye gaze. You can stay here. You can open your hands to the front and back of your mat. You can keep them stacked, lifting your ribs off your thigh. And you can open up from here. So many options. Tuck that hand behind you. Let's all meet back in lunge. Lower the hands to the floor. Inhale, down dog. Ears between the biceps. Exhale, shins parallel to the mat, hips to the heels. Use those inner thighs to keep those knees hip width. Inhale, bottoms up, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, crocodile. Inhale, land, heart first. Once again, forearms under forehead. This is a very popular one. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Use your inner thighs to ease those feet hip width or closer. So tops of feet are pressing into mat. We are changing it up. These muscles that we're working on, so we're lengthening the toes away as we press the tops of the feet into the mat, keeping those legs engaged. This helps to prevent or reduce symptoms of sciatica. You can stay right here, or you can bring those fingertips to either side of your heart. Roll those shoulders back, preparing for baby cobra to lift your heart. You can lift those fingers if your low back says okay. You can bring the big toes and heels together as you continue to press the tops of your feet into the mat. Don't let those feet lift. If you'd like, you can ease those hands closer towards your waistband. Don't let the feet come off the mat. You can make your cobra dance, working those obliques. Let's release. Taking just a moment, forearms on forehead, enjoying that wonderful energetic tingle that's all yours. I told you guys we do locust twice, and we did it, so we're so lucky we get to snag it this time. Feeling lucky, I'm sure. All right. So for those of you who just did the bottom half of locust, we're going to do the top half. Glue those feet to the mat, protecting the low back. Pelvis is engaged, mula bandha's tight. Let's take those hands back. If you want to do full body locust and lift those feet again, do. Just make sure those inner thighs are engaged. Keeping those feet hip width or closer. It's not always smart to do full body locust. Depends on what your low back says today. You can also reach and make your locust dance, engaging those obliques. Let's relax on down. Forearms under forehead one more time. We're almost done with the work section, folks. Just thought I would let you know. Enjoy that energetic tingle. Let's take those forearms to either side of our heart. Lift tuchus first to meet back in child's. Taking just a moment. Hopefully your low back is saying yes, thank you. Just breathing. Inhale, down dog. Take those bottoms up. Let's lift that left leg into three-legged dog. Remember, you can come down to your forearms and you can hop off onto the turf if you're sliding on these mats. So your pawn side leg, the other one. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Ankle circles one direction. Reverse. Bring that leg into lunge. Lower to your knee. Hands to thighs. Hands to heart. Twist toward the pond. You can open those hands to the front and back of your mat. You can come into stacked hands, lifting your ribs away from your thigh. You can open those hands or tuck that hand behind your back. Lots of fun options. Yep, honor your body, choosing what makes it say, yes, thank you. Meeting back at heart center, lowering your hands into lunge, stepping into forward fold. Hips high, heads low. Bring those big toes and heels together. Exhale, lower the hips. Last time, lift in chair. Find the balls of your feet and sink, zipping up from toes to hips. Choose your hand position. There's so many. What feels good today? Ooh, I like it. Yoga is such a personal thing. Each of us needs to enjoy our mat time in whatever way we feel best. Ooh, anybody wondering where's the chair yet? Y'all are awful quiet. Let's take it up. Exhale, Tadasana. Shake it out. Okay, take a step off our mats. Time for some balance work. I'm going to come on back here with you guys.
It's hot.
Hot foot.
Come on over here. Oh my God.
All right. Everybody, hold water in your hand. Pretend water. Now, I guess I'll come up here so you guys can see, and I'll walk back in a minute. Turn it so your thumb, don't spill your water. Bring your thumb to your big toe. Bring that knee back down. You can stay right here. You can extend the poolside arm, coming forward into dancer's pose. Lifting that leg. You can also open up. Yep. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh my goodness. Nice work. I know every day's not a good balance day, and that's where the great yoga giggle comes in. You mastered it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. When you're ready, come on up. And if your foot hasn't already decided to lower, go ahead and lower it. Shake it out. Yoga wiggle. All right. Water in your pool hand. Turn it around. Find all your weight on your pond foot, all four sides. Lift out of your sassy hip. Take your mula bandha tight. Find a focal point. Reach back. Grasp that poolside foot. Thumb pointing towards your big toe. It's maybe all you need today. Otherwise, reach forward. Extend as much as your body would like into dancers. Open up that shoulder. You've got a quad stretch, a shoulder stretch. Keep your drishti, keep your focal point. Give me 5. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Coming down when you're ready. All right, guys. Good job. Let's take it to the front of our mats again. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hips high, heads low. For those of us who care, take that anti-aging moment. Also, we can all use detoxifying. If you'd like, reach behind those thighs or those calves. Be gentle though. If it hurts, it has no place in yoga. Place those hands on the floor, one foot behind, and have a seat on your mat. Take those feet straight out in front. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders back. Support yourself as you exhale, hinge forward. Lead with your heart, not your chin. It's probably not a big move for most of us. You may want to rock side to side, and then more than likely it'll let you go a little further. Feel those low backs, those glutes, the hams, any or all of the aforementioned. Let's come on up slightly. Crisscross your hands to support your head and allow your head to rest on those arms. And as you exhale, allow those shoulders to round, engaging different muscles, tendons, and ligaments in seated forward fold. You may want to rock a little bit side to side, helping to release. Breathing. I'm getting a different vibe now that we're all sitting. Let's come up one vertebra at a time. Take that pond leg and bend it. Pond arm right up to your body like a second spine. I'm going to turn sideways. You guys stay like you are. Using the center thigh to keep this knee pulled in. Take this hand and push across that leg towards the pond. Lift your heart. Look over that shoulder. You can relax this arm on your leg. Do not use this hand to twist you. You want to have your core muscles, your obliques, your innermost abdominis. You want to have them doing the work. If anyone feels like burping, are burping from the other end, you know you've got a highly effective twist going on. That's your reward. Ears over shoulders over hips as much as possible. Back to center. Shake it out. Other leg. Bring it on up. Set your second spine right up against your body. Push. Look over your shoulder. You can stay right here. Ears over shoulders over hips. Lifting up, ribs away from hip bones. You can put that arm on your thigh if it feels better on your calf. But use those internal abdominals and your obliques to help with that twist. Sitting up as straight and tall as possible. Using that inner thigh to keep that leg pulled in. Lift as you inhale, twist more as you exhale. Back to center. Shake it out. Let's take those fingertips pointing towards the tuchus. Like I said, our American lifestyles, we are so rounded much of our day, driving, computers. Roll those pecs back, lift your heart. Some of you may want to lift into a reverse plank. Some of you may want to bend a leg. Some of you may want to stay on your tuchus, but open up those hearts. Keep those inner thighs engaged. Keeping those knees in alignment with your hips. Let's come on down. Pull one thigh in, pull the other. Lift your heart. Roll your shoulders back. Hopefully your body's saying, yes, thank you. If you bent one leg, bend the other this time. One more time. Take those hands back. Lift those hips if you'd like. Bend the other leg if you'd like. Inner thighs engaged. Beautiful sky today. Exhale down. Whew, shake it out. Let's turn sideways. Putting our bums and heels on our mats as we start to finish up here. Opening up, sitting up nice and tall. As we exhale, let's hinge forward. Keep your back straight. Support yourself. Make sure that we don't have a turtle shell, that we do have a healthy, straight, neutral spine, including our necks. Feel those inner thighs opening up. Flex your feet. Lift up slightly, point them. Hinge forward. Keep those backs straight. If you don't feel those rhomboids, you're missing out. Inhale, lift slightly. Exhale. Now bring out that turtle shell. It's turtle time. Support your head. Maybe you put your elbows down and rest your head on your hands. But try to support that head if you can. As you exhale, stretch. As you inhale, lengthen. Come on up, one vertebra at a time. Inhale up. Take the roadside hand down. Lift the other as you enjoy a side bend. As always, keep that top shoulder back, and you can tuck that arm behind you if it helps you to keep that shoulder back. Work with your breath. I often see people reach this arm over to grab that foot, but they're all rounded, so they're missing out on this opening. So you want to make sure your top priority is to have that shoulder open. Let's hinge forward, supporting ourselves. Come on back to center. And inhale up, last side. Lower the other arm. Take your time, work with your body. Arm can be up, arm can be over, can be behind you. Just make sure that top shoulder's back, that you're not leaning forward. The more that we can open our bodies, the more our internal organs can work their magic that they're designed to do. And the healthier and better we feel. Breathing, stretching on the exhale, lengthening head away from tuchus on the inhale. It's always a great idea to keep your head away from your tuchus. Let's release, hinging forward slightly. And now you have some decisions to make. How would you like to rest and relax? You can do it seated. You can rest and relax in reclined crocodile. I won't have to demonstrate it, thank you. Or you can recline on your back. Yes, whatever feels good. That is your rule. You have to be comfortable. Then it's perfect. If you'd like, you can also bend your knees, but whether your legs are straight or your knees are bent, take your feet as wide as your mat. Doesn't necessarily have to be figured out for reclined crocodile, what feels best. And palms up, perfect. No, not for you reclined crocodiles. That just gives you that external rotation. And let's breathe. Feel your body melt into your mat. And we're going to take a little trip. We've got about 4 minutes for this trip. Think of a peaceful place, someplace just for you. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, transport yourself to this peaceful place. With your eyes closed, take a look around. What do you see in your peaceful place? Breathe it in, exhale, letting go of anything you don't need here. What do you hear in your peaceful place? Breathe in those peaceful sounds, and then as you exhale, let go of what you don't need. If at any point your position is not comfortable, please feel free to change to one that is. This is about you and what you need. So make sure you take care of it. How about any smells? Breathe in. Are there any aromas for your peaceful place? Breathe them in, filling your body, and then exhale, letting go of anything you don't need. How about any tastes? Is there anything that you taste in your peaceful place? Breathe it in, letting go of anything you don't need. How about some textures? Textures could be sunshine, wind, grass, fabric, any textures in your peaceful place. Breathe them in. Let go of anything you don't need. Let's take a moment. Are you guided by your head, your heart, or your gut? Pick one. Now, experience your peaceful place from this spot. Breathe it in. Let it fill your body. Exhale anything you don't need. Knowing that you have the ability to come back to this peaceful spot most any time you'd like, taking less than 5 minutes to rejuvenate yourself, to rebalance yourself. Let's prepare to come back to our mats. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, bring yourself back to your mat, feeling yourself fully supported by your mat. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, start to wiggle your fingers and toes, and then move to one side, resting your head on your arm. So resting your head on your arm, breaths here. Yeah, go ahead and turn to your side. Yep, there you go. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, push yourself to a seated position facing the front. Any comfortable seated position works. And let's inhale, circle sweep those hands back and up. Fingertips together, palms together, meet at heart center. And I'll leave you with this thought. Your thoughts become words. Your words becomes actions. Your actions become your character. Thank you for joining us today. Namaste.